My dear students, whenever we have to receive an application form and whenever we have to design an application form, we have to consider equal employment opportunities, issues, and application forms and their relationship. So let's come and discuss what are the different issues related to equal employment opportunities. Equal employment opportunities bodies claims that many application forms and interview questions discriminate against women and minorities because they are not job related. My dear students, if being an HR manager or being a line manager, you are asking number of questions which are not related to the job and you are asking those questions from your candidates, it means such kind of questions are discriminating people, and such kind of discriminatory questions are not good for you as an interviewer and is not good for your candidates as an interviewee. So we need to avoid such kind of questions. Such questions should not be asked on the application form, which include the following. There are a number of aspects in application form which are related to equal employment opportunities. For example, marital status. Inquiries into family circumstances, relationship, a spouse situation, maybe family planning or any other related circumstances are not acceptable at all. So you are not allowed to ask questions about family and relationship and spouse status, etc. The applicant may be asked if they are willing and are able to be transferred to travel and or work weekends, shift or overtimes, and under what conditions. So such kind of questions which are related to the job, which are related to the work at the weekends, and those aspects are also related to your family issues, then you may ask questions, but you can't ask direct question about the family status, marital status, and your spouse relationship, etc. Then residency status. This is also very tricky aspect. Applicants may be asked their residency status if legal residency for a job requirement. For example, there are some developed countries where the residency status is required if you want to get a job. So residency status can be asked only in a case if you want to justify the legality of the job you are going to offer to the person. If the residency status is legal for that job, then you can ask question. But if it is not legal, if it is not related to the job, then you are not allowed to ask such kind of questions from the applicants. Then another aspect of equal employment opportunities are national or ethnic origin. No inquiry is seeking information about national or ethnic origin, or maybe made this include reference to birthplace, first language, nationality, or foreign residence. So these questions are also discriminatory. Application may, however, be asked to provide evidence of their eligibility to work legally in the country. So legality to work in the country is okay, but you are not allowed to ask question about nationality or ethnic origin. Then organizations, the person's affiliation with any organization, any previous organization. Applicants may not be asked to list all the clubs and organizations to which they belong. So in the application, it is not necessary to mention all the organization and the club membership you have. So sometimes these questions are very personal, very discriminatory, and you should avoid such kind of questions to include in the application form and should not be asked from the applicants as well whenever they appear in the interview. Then photographs. This is quite tricky aspects of equal employment opportunities. These photographs may not be requested prior to interview except where job related. For example, there are some jobs in which photographs are important. For example, if you are asking someone for acting, you are asking someone for the modeling. If there is a job for the acting and the modeling, then okay, you can ask for the photographs. But if it is not related to the job, photographs are not related to the job, then it is not a good idea. Yes, photographs may be required for identification purpose after the appointment. After the appointment, you can ask candidates to provide the photographs for information and for the security purposes. Then race or color. Information about a person, race, color, gender, complexion, or color of eyes, hair, or skin may not be sought. So such kind of questions are very discriminatory and should be avoided in interview and should be avoided to include in the application forms. And then relatives. No information about relatives, including their names, addresses, and relationship, may be required of the applicants until or unless such kind of informations are required by the security services. Sometimes security services may require such kind of information. Then you are really needed to apply these information. Otherwise, such kind of information about relevant relatives are not necessarily need to be applied. The names and address of the person or persons to be notified in case of any emergency may be required after the selection decision has been made. Yes, after the selection decision, you need to provide a name in case of emergency. So that's quite okay. And then the job-related information involving the applicant's criminal record and traffic convictions and accidents should not be requested on the application form, but should be asked during the interview. So there are some questions which are very much related to the job. You may ask such kind of questions during the interview, but it is not a good idea to demand such kind of information through the application form.